Yo, Commanders fans, football fans. If you're a fan of football, you love that because Hollywood couldn't have written that script any better. Could not have written that scenario any better. 4 minutes, 41 seconds left in the game. They giving the ball back, tie game to Jayden Daniels. I said the game's over. I tweeted it out. I was like, walk down the clock, walk off score to end the game. We've been doing that all year. Like, first playoff win since 2005. I was 7 years old, for reference. That's crazy. That's absolutely bonkers. Jayden Daniels, we got one of them ones. Rookie season, playoff victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Got our revenge game over them from the season opener. This is Cinderella story type situation. We go from a moribund franchise winning 4 games to winning 12 games in the regular season and a playoff win. I I don't even know how to feel. I don't even know how to feel. The bar was electric. I'm still reeling from this win. It's just finally, finally. That's all I can say. Finally. That's just it's. We got one of them ones. We got one of them ones. And with an off season, with this off season, with all the cap space we have, and Adam Peters, oh my God. Jayden Daniels just put the whole league on notice. He put the entire league on notice. Wow. But let me get into this game. Let me break down this game. So I also tweeted this out. Please follow me on Twitter at the real Ruben D. Link in the description. But I tweeted out. I mean, the key to victory for me this game was stop the run, stop the run, and stop the run. Life happened. I didn't get a chance to post a preview video, but stop the run. And in the first quarter, we did that. First quarter, we did that. And pretty much for the most part, except for that third quarter, we were really stout against the run. We could not let Bucky Irvin have a day. Could not. It was a terrible defensive play for him to get that touchdown. I mean, Frankie Lou was just not on the spot at all. It was just nice pick play by the Bucks. But he was booty butt naked in the end zone for that touchdown. Cannot allow that to happen. But for the most part, we hampered it down. Let me actually check the stats real quick. I mean, I think he still got some good runs off, but I think for the most part, like, we weren't getting gashed. And he was doing 17 carries for 77 yards. I'll take that. I'll take that every day. 17 carries for 77 yards, and then he had a receiving touchdown. Baker Mayfield as well. He's been using his legs, but nothing. Silent today for real. 7 carries, 23 yards. Silent. I don't even really want to talk about our run game, but it's a problem, man. It's a problem. The O-line couldn't block. I mean, there was a play in the end zone when we were on like the 1 yard line, run play where B Rob got stopped in the backfield. Tyler Biotish, guy right in front of him, didn't even touch him, goes past him to the second level. I'm like, you're on the goal line. Block the man in front of you. Put hands on him. And he just slipped right by him and tackled B-Rob in the backfield. And then don't let me even get started on B-Rob. I was screaming the entire time, like, bench him. Because it was the O-line, but it was also him. He was not quick enough. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know what it is, but he's the first guy is getting there every time. Austin Eckler, he's shifty. He's making moves. He's able to get by guys even when they're getting penetration in the backfield. So I'm like, they're constant. I mean, I would say this. They were consistent. It was like B-Rob first, second down, Eckler third down. But you got to switch it up. When you see it's not working, still run the ball. But run it with Jeremy McNichols and Austin Eckler. And why was Rodriguez not active? Granted, we still won the game. But I think that's something to evaluate going into this Lions game. Wow. I mean, I did predict us to win this game. I'm not going to lie. I did predict us to win this game. And I didn't think it was going to be a super high scoring as a lot of people thought. People probably thought it was going to be like 30, 35, whatever. But our defense isn't bad, but isn't as terrible. It's a bend but don't break. We let a lot of, they get into the area zone, but we tend to not break that often. But yeah, that run game was absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Once again, Jayden Daniels leading the team in rushing yards, and he only had 36 this game. It's not like the last game where he had like 85 or whatever. Only 36 rushing yards, 13 carries for 36 rushing yards. I can't even say enough about Jayden Daniels. He was so good. His poise, he was so calm. Like there was no, like I feel like this was that quintessential like calm game. Like he's not dancing around in the pocket. He's just moving off to the side when there's pressure. He's just moving over. Very like this is veteran 10-year Tom Brady type activity. Like I mean, he's just sitting there, and our O-line is not playing well. But even still, he's like calm. It's crazy just how that just permeates through the team, his level of calmness. And also another dub for Terry McLaurin. Finally, we got Terry McLaurin involved in the game early and often. He is the best skill position player we have. And there have been games where he has one catch. But this game, Cliff said, not this game. This was like even though they're on opposite sides of the ball, Marshawn Lattimore, not a Marshawn Lattimore, I'm going to get into him in a second. But Mike Evans versus Terry McLaurin game, like who's going to be the better receiver here? And De'Ami Brown, like, step it up. We missed him. I didn't even realize we missed him, for real. Because Olamide stepped up. We missed Noah Brown a little bit. He was getting those big PIs, big catches. But De'Ami Brown, Terry McLaurin had their games. Let's see their stats here. Terry McLaurin, 7 catches, 89 yards. That bomb in the first half, like that first quarter on the first drive, I believe. That bomb to Terry. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Put the ball in Jayden's hands. Put the ball in Terry's hands. Our best players. Hello, Bella. My dog's here trying to give me a ball. But Terry McLaurin, 7 catches, 89 yards. De'Ami Brown, 5 catches, 89 yards. That was the magic number, 89. 8 to the 9. Shout out to Santana Moss. It's just, oh man, they were electric. At least our passing game was stout. Okay, but it was I tweeted this out too. Like the DB play on both sides, on both teams, just awful today. Just awful. Buccaneers couldn't stop Terry or any of our guys for real. I think we should have threw it more. But I like that we kept it balanced. But we should have been throwing all over the yard. We couldn't stop a nosebleed in the pass game. Couldn't stop nothing. Marshawn Lattimore. Let me just go ahead and get into it. Mike Evans, 7 receptions, 92 yards. We traded for you. Hefty trade for us. And you're no better than Benjamin St-Juste and Michael Davis. Absolutely getting obliterated out there. Cooked. He lost today. Luckily, that didn't lose us the game. Because Bobby Wagner and Frank Nluvu, them guys playing out of their mind. Bobby Wagner out the gate playing out his mind. But, Marshawn, we traded for you. And you're playing like I mean, the PI just off the first catch of the game, Mike Evans wide open. Just wide open everywhere. McMillan wide open. He had a couple drops too, which was blessed us. But Marshawn, this is not what we traded you for. Are you still hurt? If you're still hurt, man, if you can't keep up with Mike, just sit out. I don't know. I mean, I guess he's still better than Benjamin St-Juste. There was that one play where I'm like, oh man, Benjamin St-Juste, but they ain't call his name that much. They were targeting Marshawn Lattimore, the guy we traded for. He's supposed to be our number 1 shut down corner. He's supposed to be the kryptonite for Marshawn Lattimore. That's why I wanted this matchup. But you're out there getting cooked. I knew Mike would get some catches. But 7 receptions, 92 yards. I'm like, we got to keep him like to 60 or something. That's what I would like. 60. And then McMillan, 2 catches for 41 yards. He had that big catch in the middle of the field. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And there are obvious downs where I'm like, they know we can't stop them in the pass. So they're going to throw it. And I'm like, I know it. Y'all know it. They're getting us on these motions. Got Otten on that big 4th down conversion coming around like just open. Nobody within 5 yards of him. I'm like, whose man is this? What I don't, you know, I gotta rewatch. You know, I'm not a big X's and O's guy. You know, I can't really tell you what coverage it was, but I just know it was probably man-to-man coverage, and linebackers having to run all the way across the field. I'm like, y'all got to do something different here in these type of scenarios, because the Lions are going to kill us in that kind of game. They have amazing skill position players. We have to figure something out there. Have to. OZ had a big catch as well. B-Rob had some nice catches, I will say, as a receiver, but running the ball, we just could not run the ball at all. We cannot run the ball. We need to figure that out. I don't know what we can do there with Cliff and all that. Let me just see who else stat-wise had big games, you know. Austin Eckler, man, he makes plays when we need him. And I'm just like, I was yelling all game, let's get Austin Eckler the ball more. He needs more touches. Absolutely more touches. Let me go through my notes here. That terrible no call on the pass interference in the fourth and goal. That was absolutely horrific. I mean, he literally bear hugs this man. It's beyond 5 yards, beyond 2 yards, whatever that number is, beyond the point where he can do that. Just bear hugs him. And no flag. That was crazy. But we end up getting the ball back off a botched fake handoff to McMillan, fumble. Bobby Wagner there. Bobby Wagner is like in playoff mode. Like, he's hype. He was up for this game. He was up and ready for this game. He wants another ring. He's like, this isn't just like some temporary stop. He's playing to win. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need from our veterans. And that type of energy permeates. That Jayden energy, that Bobby Wagner energy, Frankie Louvu all over the field as well. He did miss a tackle. I'm like, you gotta make that tackle. But we won the game. So I mean, but we still gotta lock in on those things. We went for a lot of fourth downs here, and I loved it. I absolutely loved the aggressiveness by Dan Quinn, knowing, because one of the things I was saying this week, and like I said, I didn't put out a video, was our best defense is our offense staying on the field. That is our best defense. Dan Quinn knew our defense could not stop them. So our best defense is keeping our offense, keeping the ball in Jayden Daniels' hands. That is our best defense. So I loved going for the fourth down in the end zone, at the 40-yard line, wherever I loved it, except for, obviously in obvious punting situations. If we're anywhere 40 on our own 40, if we're midfield and beyond, go for that. Because they couldn't stop us. They could not stop us. When you put the ball in Jayden Daniels' hands, let him run it or throw it or whatever, they could not stop us. I think they stopped us one time on fourth down tonight. One time. Maybe twice or something. I might remember the time, but I definitely remember at least one time they stopped us. But other than that, like we were on it. They did stop us in the end zone, obviously, I guess. So it was like that's at least 2 times. But that was a missed call. That was a missed call right there. That was a missed call. Great touchdown by De'Ami Brown. Great touchdown to Terry. Like, that's what we need. We need those. We need our guys stepping up. Jayden's just elevating everybody. Like I already talked about B-Rob, he should have been benched after the second half. They stuck with him. In one way, I respect that, but at the same time, like, this is the playoffs. They're not getting it done. He's not getting it done. Put McNichols in, see if he can get something done. They both, him and Eckler, had better outcomes. So, I mean, McNichols only got 1 carry, but Eckler, for sure, 8 carries, 27 yards. B-Rob, 10 carries for 16 yards, 1.6 yards per carry. That's just not enough. That's not enough. I talked about Marshawn. He's being a problem, not a solution. We can't have that. De'Ami, I talked about that. Electric. DB's just absolutely getting cooked. Just getting cooked. Didn't hear. I mean, Noah I had that one PI. And had that this thing, but just overall as a team. I mean, I didn't hear much from Mikey Sainristil, but we might need to elevate Mikey Sainristil to that number 1, putting him on number 1 next week. He needs to be on Amon-Ra. He might need to be on Amon-Ra, but at the same time, I guess maybe even putting Marshawn on him is better, because Amon's not like a big beat you down the field guy. Mikey might need to go on Jamison Williams. I don't know, but O-line played like trash. That snap at the end of the game, yeah, that was huge for us. That misstep, the center for the Bucks, he wasn't supposed to snap that. I think they were trying to get us off sides. They were going to call a timeout, but he snapped that. Nobody else was ready. I thought initially in the game, I thought it was a false start, but I guess technically it was but he's the center, so he can't necessarily false start in that way if he actually hikes it. And that was just huge for the defense to just be ready for that. But overall, man, it's just another one of those heart attack games, man. The heart attack commanders, the cardiac commanders, man, like just making us sweat it out. I was hoping, I texted some friends. I'm like, I'm hoping this doesn't come down to a field goal. I hope we get the score. I don't want to have to sweat it out because Zane Gonzalez tried to sell. He tried to sell us on that field goal, but it doinked in our favor. We've just been blessed this year. Jayden is living right. This team has been living right because when we needed calls and things to go our way, they've gone our way. And I knew at 4 minutes and 41 seconds, I said, oh, that's game. We have one of those guys where you give us the ball last, that's game. That's game. And that's just incredible. We've never had that. Never had that. I've never experienced this in my lifetime. So this is just amazing, man. But yeah, that's all, man. Just look, Commanders fans, enjoy this week. Enjoy this because we earned this. We deserve this. We've been going through years of tragedy and heartbreak. We're finally in the playoffs, and we're making noise. We got the Lions next week. That's gonna be a game. That's gonna be something. But we worry about that on Tuesday. At least we will. I mean, I know they're thinking about the Lions, but we worry about that on Tuesday. My playoff so far is working out. The only one I got wrong was Chargers versus Texans, but so far my picks have come through. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But enjoy the Victory Monday tomorrow. Enjoy this dub. Let's get it. Hail to the Commanders, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Oh, make sure you like this video. Comment down below your reaction to the game. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Appreciate you tuning in. Peace.